Back. Um, as you can see, I'm at work, and I thought I would do a video based on a roundup of Arsenal Football Club and how we're playing this year. Excuse me. Um, so let's go this way. Arsenal this year are absolutely flying in terms of the Premier League, in terms of Europa League. All season we've won majority of our games. We've also lost against sorry, also lost against Man United, drew against Southampton, um, and that's about it really. We haven't really the majority of our games have been wins this year. It's been absolutely fantastic. Um, Mikel Arteta is absolutely getting it spot on in terms of um, bringing in the players that he wants and getting us to where we should be. He's he's doing everything right, and fair play to the Cronkies for backing him, because there's been points in the last couple of years. There has been points in that year where really Mikel Arteta could have easily been sacked. But you know what? The Cronkies, the board, everyone stood by him and said, you know what? We're not going to sack him. We're going to stick by him. We're going to keep going and see how it plays out. Um, to be honest, I mean, I can't be more happier than the way Arsenal are playing at the moment. Top of the Premier League. This is our best ever season we've had in the Premier League since 03-04 season. So, Arsenal are doing everything right in terms of the league. And, and we're doing all right in Europa League as well. We're even top of the group stage for that. We've gone straight into the knockout stages. So, it's been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Um, so, yeah, now you're probably wondering, I've come back on YouTube again. So you will be seeing videos from me. Be mainly match previews, get my thoughts in, and um, you probably see some reviews as well of games. Um, I'm not going to be doing no players ratings this year. That's one thing. That's one thing I will not be doing. So I can only come on and do a video when I can and when I've got a chance to. Because I'm busy working and stuff. So and obviously I've got my family life as well. So yeah, it's been an up and down year for me this year. But yeah, come on, let's get back to Arsenal. So yeah, this year, Arsenal absolutely fucking flying. I can't really complain in terms of the way we're playing. Uh, I've got no doubt in my mind. At the moment, the way the table sits is that we're currently top of the league, and we have got one more game left in going into the World Cup. Now, if you asked any Arsenal fan and you said to them that you would be sitting top of the league going into the World Cup, we would have literally laughed in your face, and we would have turned around and said, "What the hell are you smoking?" Or like, we would have literally bit your hand off. If anyone said that you'd be top of the league this year, we would have bit your hand off, 100%. Uh, so yeah, I can't complain. I still think that Arsenal need, a few tweaks here and there in terms of the squad to strengthen. But apart from that, Mikel Arteta is getting it right. Um, I've always backed Mikel Arteta from the get go since he's actually started and come into Arsenal Football Club. I've always backed him. I said that I will back the manager. I said that I will back the team, and that's exactly what I've done. Excuse me. I haven't been feeling that well lately, um, so yes, I do apologise. So yeah, I've literally supported Mikel Arteta from the get go. Do I still trust him? Yes, I fully still trust him 110%. Um, so yeah, I've got no doubt in my mind at the moment. Now, obviously, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, we are probably going to be looking to sign more players in January. I would like to think so. Key areas for me, I would like to try and strengthen within the Arsenal squad. I would like us to bring in another striker, someone who's a bit more clinical, someone who that's got that end product that can actually come on and get us a goal if we're really crying out for a goal. A sort of player like that, someone who can come on and change the game. That's exactly what I would be looking for. Um, Also, I reckon Arsenal could do with another defensive midfielder, just to give a bit of boost for Thomas Partey as well as Granit Xhaka as well. Um, that's what another thing that I would definitely bring in. Um, Now, I'm gonna give you my review based on the Chelsea game that we last played, and I'm also going to give you my review on the Carabao Cup game tonight against Brighton that we lost 3-1. So going into the Chelsea game, um, we was pretty much dominant from start to finish against Chelsea. I think we were the better side from minute 1 to 90. Um, the only thing I will criticise the team on in terms of the Chelsea game was actually the final third. We was doing everything right from defence going upwards. I think we was absolutely fine. But it was just into that final third where we just mislaid passes. We didn't really execute it enough. That's my only downfall for the Chelsea game. Really, was that we just didn't execute it enough in the final third. Yes, we got the goal. We kept Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang very, very quiet. Um, I know he basically had 6 touches all match. That was about it. So we kept him very, very quiet. But as I said, my only criticism in the Chelsea game, it was just in that final third, where we just wasn't. It was just mislaid passes. This just wasn't going astray. Apart from that, it was fully deserved result for us and Chelsea. It was very, very earned 3 points. Now going into tonight's game against Brighton at the Emirates tonight in the Carabao Cup first round. Now I'm disappointed in three reasons why I'm disappointed for that Carabao Cup game tonight. I'm disappointed with Mikel Arteta that he didn't go with a much stronger side. I think he made a big, massive mistake tonight. I don't know whether or not he was more or less worried about the Wolves game on Saturday to try and increase the lead from Man City. I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I was disappointed tonight, was that, with Mikel Arteta, didn't go as strongly as I thought he would have done. I think he took Brighton very, very lightly. The second reason why I'm disappointed about tonight's game against Brighton is the performance wasn't that great either, to be honest. The players didn't really seem to want it. Bear in mind, this is the second team that Mikel Arteta chose for this game. I don't think the players really wanted it. The only player that I could say tonight that really did stood up and is really knocking on Mikel Arteta's door, and that is Reiss Nelson. I think Reiss Nelson had a brilliant game tonight. He made a great run into the final third to deliver the ball to Eddie Nketiah. That scored the first goal for us. Now, I don't really think in the Brighton game tonight, I don't really think that the penalty that they got knocked us down. I really don't think it did. I think what it was their second goal that Brighton scored. I think that's what really done it for us, if I'm completely honest with you. I think that is the game that really did drop it. But it's not the be all. It's not the be all end all. I am disappointed as well that we lost at home, and that we also did lose. Those are the other two reasons why I'm very disappointed with tonight's result. But excuse me. as I said, I'm not overly disappointed because I would rather win the Premier League and I'd rather win the Europa League over the League Cup at the moment. I think that is what Mikel Arteta was mainly focused on, is the Premier League, and he's more focused on Europa League, I think. So yeah, I'm not overly disappointed that we lost. Really, to be honest, I don't even think the Carabao Cup should have even been played this year. To be honest, with the World Cup being so close to Christmas as well. Um, but yeah, I'm not overly disappointed at all with tonight's result against Brighton. As I said, I am disappointed because of the way Mikel Arteta set us up. Um, excuse me, and I am very disappointed in the team's performance tonight. Even though we know it is the second team, but that just proves the way the second team are playing, and we've seen it in Europa League games this year, that we can see that the second team needs strengthening big time. Um, the only time where I feel that Brighton was a bit threatened towards us was when we brought on Martinelli, when we brought on Gabriel Jesus. I think that is the only time where Brighton actually felt threatened. But before they even came on, I don't even think that Brighton were threatened at all. They looked very comfortable. We just didn't seem to be up for it. And for what I was hearing of the game, I don't really think the fans were really up for it either. Um, listen, it is what it is at the end of the day. I do honestly think that Mikel Arteta is actually more focused on the Premier League than he was the Carabao Cup. He's more worried about getting a result against Wolves at the weekend. And to be honest, that's what I'm more worried about, is getting a result at the weekend, staying top of the league, going into the World Cup. And then our next game after the World Cup is West Ham. So that should be another easy 3 points, hopefully. So yeah, I'm not overly disappointed. As I said, I'm just very disappointed in the fact that we lost at home. We lost altogether. And I'm very disappointed in the way Mikel Arteta set us up, really. But apart from that, I am not really bothered about the Carabao Cup. I want the Premier League. That's what I want. I want the Prem. So yeah, guys, if there is anyone in the chat, please do come on. If you are. But yeah, as I said, I'm not overly disappointed. It is what it is at the end of the day. You win some, you lose some. But I don't think even the second team players, I don't really think they've got the same morale as to what the first team have. The mentality isn't the same as what the first team is. So yeah, I do still think that we still need a few key little changes here and there in terms of the team. In January, we do definitely need to strengthen a bit. But apart from that, I don't really see any problem. I think Arteta is doing a fantastic job at the moment. He's doing absolutely brilliant, and fair play to the Cronkies for sticking by him. I've always supported Mikel Arteta since joining Arsenal. I have been worried at times, but you've got to give managers time to settle in, to build the team that he wants. And the team that Mikel Arteta's got in terms of the first team, that is his team. But as I said, I do think that we still need to do a little few tweaks here and there, just to strengthen up a little bit and to build up the numbers. But apart from that, I think we're absolutely fine. I think we're doing perfectly fine. All I can say is that I want the Premier League. That's what I want. And I think that should be Mikel Arteta's main focus this year, is the Premier League and Europa League, and getting that Champions League spot. I don't think I do think that we will get Champions League this year, like without a shadow of a doubt. I think we will. We've got the team to do it. So there's no ifs or buts around it. We will definitely get Champions League. Even if we don't win the Premier League, we'll still get Champions League even by ending second as well. So, but I want the Premier League. I want Arsenal to keep it up in the league and just focus on that. So, for us coming out of the Carabao Cup, it's not really the be all end all at the end of the day. It really isn't. Um, but as I said, I'm disappointed with the team's performance tonight. I think they could have at least had a few more goals in the second half, but we just wasn't clinical enough. And when you don't take your chances, you're going to get punished. So, no, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Um, so yeah, guys, listen, I am back. I am going to be doing previews. I am going to be doing reviews when I've got time. They probably might go up very late, so do look it up. Um, I'll probably give you my thoughts on certain and give you my lineups for the games that are coming up. So yeah, I am back. But as I said, I do apologise. I've been away for quite a while. It's only because of work and because of family life as well. So yeah, I'll try and get on here as much as I can. Even if it's a live video, I'll do a live one. But yeah, listen, stick around and you'll see plenty more content from me over the next, until next year or whatever. But yeah, as I said, up the Arsenal, man. We're doing good. We're doing good. So the Arsenal fans that are out there, this result tonight against Brighton, don't let it ruin it. Don't let it ruin the mood, because I don't think this is going to affect the team's morale, because this wasn't the first team that played tonight. So just bear that in mind. This definitely was not the first team that played. This is the second team that played. So they're not going to be as good as the first. So let's definitely put that out there. Hello, Bon. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that is what I will say. As I said, I'm happy with the way Arsenal's playing. I can't complain. But tonight's result is not the be all end all. And I think it's done us a world of good of not playing in this Carabao Cup, really, because the players have got more time to rest. So, it's now onwards and upwards for Saturday's game against Wolves. And hopefully, 3 points in the bag, please, Arsenal. That would be nice. 3 points in the bag. So we can put a bit more pressure on Man City. Now, Man City's next game is Brentford, I believe. Either Brentford or Leeds. I think it's either one of those two that their next game is. So, oh no, sorry, no. Man City have got Leeds. So that means if Man City draws, they'll be 1 point behind us. If we win and get 3 points, then we'll be 4 points ahead. So, because we're currently 2 points ahead at the moment. So, yeah, it would be nice for us to get 3 points. Absolutely. I cannot wait. Arsenal, we need to fucking win on Saturday against against Wolves. We need to. I know we don't have a good record against Wolves. I know for a fact we don't have a good record against Wolves away from home. But hopefully this time around, with the team that we've got, I think we will definitely get the 3 points weekend. So, yeah. I mean, Arsenal are doing absolutely fantastic this year. I literally cannot complain. We've been pretty decent this year. This is our best start to the year since 03-04 season. So, yeah, I really cannot complain at all. As I did say before, the only thing what was missing of that Chelsea game was in that final third. We just had mislaid passes, really. That's what really put us off a little bit in our game. But apart from that, the stats even shows, and the heat maps even show that we absolutely dominated Chelsea from minute 1 to 90. But as I said, the game against Brighton tonight, it's not the be all end all. Let's not doubt it. Let's put that game to one side and let's focus on the Premier League. I think that should be our main priority from here and now, is the Premier League and that Europa League. Apart from that, Arsenal are doing fantastically good. We're doing brilliant. I think Arteta has got the players that he wants. We brought in Shevchenko from Man City. Absolute brilliant signing. We got Jesus. Fantastic. Can't complain. Only thing is that he's missing a couple of goals at the moment. But I think the goals will come for Jesus. But being a team player doesn't always mean to score goals after goals after goals. you still have to help your team out in other ways as well. So I reckon for Jesus the goals will come. I think excuse me. Even Granit Xhaka, to be fair. Now that guy has had a lot of stick over the years. He's had a lot of stick. But this season he really has turned it around completely. I think Granit Xhaka has probably been one of our best midfielders all season. In terms of midfield wise, Granit Xhaka, best midfielder all day. In terms of our defence, I'd probably say best defender this year, William Saliba. No doubt. No doubt. William Saliba is one of our very best defenders at the moment. And I think it was right what Mikel Arteta done was to send out William Saliba out on loan for 3 seasons in a row. Look at the player that we've got now. He's absolutely fantastic. And he's only young. He's only, what, 21? 20? So he's doing absolutely fantastic for us. So I think Mikel Arteta done the right choice to send him out on loan. And look at the player that we've got now. Honestly, look at the player we've got now. And Jesus. I mean, you look at Jesus. You know, he's got that winning mentality from Man City as well. Mikel Arteta knows exactly how Jesus plays because he brought in, he was training with him while he was at Man City as well. So he knows exactly what he wanted. Even with Shevchenko, he knew exactly what he wanted. That's why he brought him in. But yeah, we've been absolutely brilliant this year. I can't complain with Arsenal at the moment. They're doing me good, doing us proud at the moment. So yeah, it's, you know, as I said, tonight's result it's not the be all end all. As I said, I was disappointed in the way Mikel Arteta set us up. He put out a very weak side, if I'm honest, very, very weak. I think maybe this was the right opportunity to let some of the second team players play that don't normally play in the first team. I think that is another reason why he went so weak as he did. But as I said, the player tonight that really did step up and actually played really well was Reece Nelson, if I'm honest. But apart from that, I don't really see anybody else that was really knocking on Arteta's door and saying, you know, you need to start playing me in the first team. But yeah, apart from that, we weren't really that great. Let's have a look at the chats to see what's coming in. Oh, okay, I can't actually see the chats. I don't know why. So let's have a look. I'm going to have to turn my camera around a minute, guys. To see if I can actually see the chats. Probably not, I can't. Sorry guys, right, so what I would do, I would actually read through the chats after this video goes up as well. But as I said, you know, Arsenal are doing fantastically this year. You know, we've got so many points on the table. We're winning more games than we are losing, and we're winning more games than we are drawing. My only disappointment, I will say, is actually the Man United game. And I will bring that up because in the Man United game, we was dominant from minute 1 to 90. How the hell did Man United beat us? I will never know. I think what it was is that our heads dropped and we lost focus. And that's why we invited them in. We gave them too much space in the final third. I think that was basically it. Apart from that, Man United were really poor. So how the hell they beated us, I've got seriously no idea at all. But yeah, I can't complain with Arsenal at the moment. I really can't. They're doing me absolutely proud this year. They really have turned it around since last year, or the last 2 years, or maybe even bloody more than that, to be honest. But yeah, we've been absolutely brilliant. I can't complain. But as I said, for tonight's result against Brighton, just push it to one side, because at the end of the day, as I said, it wasn't the first team that played. Two, it was more or less giving the second team a chance to play. But what the second team have done is that they've really missed themselves an opportunity to prove Arteta again, as well as they could have played in another match to get us through to the next round. They could have even played that match, but they've actually let themselves down. But as I said, we could have had more goals in that second half, but we just never took the chances. And if you don't take the chances, you are going to get punished. It's that plain and simple. But as I said, I'm not gonna beat Arsenal up over it, because we've still got Saturday's game to come, and I think that was what Mikel Arteta's priority was Saturday's game against Wolves. So hopefully it'd be 3 points against Wolves. That would be nice going into the World Cup. Now, as I said before at the start of the video, um, if you asked any Arsenal fan out there, and they said to you that you'd be top of the league by near enough Christmas and going into the World Cup, we would have laughed at you and we would have took your fucking hand off. 100%, we would have took your hand off. We would have asked you, what are you smoking? Like, seriously. Because we would not have even expected it. Especially the last couple of years, the way we've been playing, it's been dreadful. If I'm honest. We've been dreadful the last couple of years. So, at the end of the day, yes, I know it's another trophy lost it's another bit of silverware that we can't go and get, but we've actually still got FA Cup to play for, we've still got Premier League to fight for, and we've still got Europa League. So listen, we've got the two main trophies still out there. So let's focus on that, and hopefully see how our players are when they get back from the World Cup, and then we'll see in January where we need to strengthen to carry on, to push on, to win the Premier League. I do honestly think, you can take my word for it now, I honestly do think that we will, and I do think that we are definitely title contenders this year. I do honestly think we can win the league. We can do it. We've got the team to do it. But as I said, we need to take one game at a time. We need to focus on what's in front of us. And we need to keep our players fit. So, yeah, so guys, I am literally going to leave it there for this video. It was nice for the people to come in onto the live chat for the comments that I did see. I believe I saw Ray from Arsenal Fan Circle. I believe I saw his comment come in. And Bonnie and Neil. Reese, sorry. So yeah, thank you for you guys for coming in and and putting a comment on the channel. But yeah, you are going to see more videos of me. Only when I've got time, obviously with work and family issues at the moment. But yes, I will definitely be coming on here as much as I can as possible. So guys, if you are new to Arsenal TV, please make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button as well. Guys, until my next video, I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.